Stop adding compost. This winter trick rebuilds raised beds automatically. Winter hits differently when you're a raised bed gardener. Some gardeners pack up their tools and wait for spring, while others fight their frozen beds with store-bought compost and amendments that never quite blend into cold soil. But here at Soilsage Chronicles, I've learned something simple, powerful, and nearly effortless. Something that saves you compost money, improves your soil faster than most fertilizers, and prepares your beds better than any spring rush ever could. It's a winter shortcut most gardeners overlook, yet it transforms your soil quietly while the world sleeps. And the best part? You won't need compost at all. Let me show you. The hidden power of winter soil building. Most gardeners think soil building only happens in spring and summer, but winter is actually the best time to repair, recharge, and rebuild your raised beds. When temperatures drop and biological activity slows down, your soil enters a recovery mode, kind of like the way your body heals best while you sleep. Instead of spreading compost, which rarely breaks down well in the cold, there's a more efficient method that works with winter rather than against it. What I'm talking about is the winter layering method, a natural technique that turns ordinary organic materials into powerful, spring-ready soil without you doing any digging, mixing, or turning. If you've ever watched my videos on soil regeneration, you already know this. The soil wants to fix itself. We just need to give it the right ingredients. The winter shortcut. Layering, not composting. Here's the core idea. Instead of adding finished compost to your beds, you add raw organic layers and let winter break them down for you. Snow, frost, moisture, and time become your workers. Worms finish the job, and by the time spring rolls in, your beds are richer than if you had dumped in 2 bags of compost. This method works beautifully because raised beds lose nutrients faster than in-ground gardens. The sides allow water to wash nutrients out more easily, and high-density planting pulls more from the soil. Winter is your chance to put all that goodness back. The winter layering method has 3 goals. First, feed the soil slowly through winter. Second, protect your raised beds from erosion and nutrient loss. And third, build compost directly in the bed. No bins, no piles, no turning. Let's break it down so you can do it step by step. Step 1. Start with a breathable brown layer. Every great soil building method starts with carbon. In winter, carbon is your best friend because it protects the soil surface and feeds fungi, the same fungi that form networks your plants rely on in spring. Your brown layer can include dried leaves, shredded cardboard, wood shavings as long as they're non-treated, straw, and coconut husk fibers. Spread this carbon layer about 2 to 3 inches deep. Don't worry about it looking messy. Winter will flatten and compact it naturally. What this layer does is pretty cool. It prevents nutrient leaching, encourages soil fungi, creates air pockets for spring moisture, and insulates the worms beneath. When you visit your garden in early winter, you might feel like you're simply covering the bed, but this is actually the first stage of rebuilding your soil from the top down. Step 2 is to add the winter greens layer. This is really where the magic begins, folks. Most gardeners, think greens only mean kitchen scraps or grass clippings, but actually, winter greens can be anything high in nitrogen that breaks down easily when it gets a little moisture. Try using things like fresh grass clippings if your climate allows, vegetable scraps from your kitchen, half-spent plants from your fall garden, coffee grounds, or even manure from herbivores if you have it handy. Just scatter these greens lightly over your brown layer. You don't need a thick blanket here. Winter doesn't decompose greens all that fast, so a moderate layer really works best. Now, why does this step matter? Well, nitrogen accelerates the breakdown of your carbon layer, worms are super attracted to greens in cold soil, and soil microbes stay more active through winter. By putting the greens above the browns, you're actually mimicking natural forest litter, where leaves fall first and food scraps like fallen fruit land on top. This structure protects the soil while feeding it at the same time. Step 3 is to seal everything with a protective top layer. This step is honestly what separates this method from normal composting. Once your browns and greens are down, you'll cover everything with a final protective layer, something light that holds moisture and is biodegradable. The best options include straw, semi-dry grass, a mix of leaves and thin twigs, or even a thin layer of wood chips. This top layer serves as a winter blanket. It holds moisture, keeps the greens from attracting pests, and insulates everything so decomposition continues even when the temperature dips. If your winters are snowy, snow becomes your natural top layer and actually speeds everything up. If your winters are dry, this protective layer keeps your materials from blowing away or drying out. And when spring arrives, you just lift this layer and find soft, dark, crumbly material underneath. Basically, compost your raised beds made for you. What happens inside your soil all winter? Well, this part is honestly why I love this method. There's just something so satisfying about knowing your garden is working while you're resting. Here's what's happening under those layers. Moisture filters into the bed slowly. Rain, dew, and snow melt, seep through your layered materials and carry small particles of nutrients down into the soil. Worms rise to the surface to feed. Even in cold months, worms get active during warm spells and pull bits of greens and browns downward, blending them into the top few inches of the bed. Fungi spread through the carbon layer too. Carbon materials become highways for fungal threads, and these fungi help your spring plants absorb nutrients faster. Microbes stay protected. Instead of freezing and dying, microbes shelter under your layers, allowing decomposition to continue slowly through winter. The soil structure rebuilds itself. Those gaps between the leaves, twigs, and scraps create a fluffy, airy topsoil that gives spring roots an easy start. By the time the frost ends, the soil feels lighter, drains better, and holds moisture more effectively. It's really like giving your raised beds a full spa treatment. Store-bought compost definitely has its place, but honestly, winter isn't where it shines. In cold soil, compost doesn't really integrate well. It just kind of sits there on the surface until spring rolls around. Decomposition slows down dramatically, so your plants just don't get that fast nutrient release you might be hoping for. The winter layering method fixes all that by letting winter moisture break organic matter down naturally, allowing worms to pull those materials underground, building up full-spectrum nutrients, not just nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and, well, improving structure, moisture retention, and aeration too. Think of compost as food. Now think of winter layers as a full meal, and the kitchen that actually prepares it. So, when should you apply the winter shortcut? Well, the best time is right after your fall harvest, before the soil freezes, or really, anytime the temperature is above freezing. You can even do it in midwinter if there's a warm spell. If your beds are already frozen, just wait for a thaw, and then apply the layers. The soil will still benefit from that slow feeding no matter when you get to it. When spring arrives and you peel back your top layer, here's what you'll find. A moist, dark, earthy smell, more worms than you've ever seen, leaf materials mostly broken down, greens almost entirely disappeared, and the topsoil soft and ready for planting. Your raised bed is basically pre-loaded with nutrients, so you won't need fertilizers or compost for your early plantings. This shortcut really sets your garden up for a strong season without any extra cost or labor. If you follow Soilsage Chronicles, you already know I love soil methods that make gardening easier, cheaper, and more natural. This winter shortcut checks all those boxes. Instead of fighting the cold months, you actually turn them into your biggest soil building advantage. So before you close your garden for the year, remember this. You don't need compost this winter. Just layers, patience, and nature. Your raised beds will thank you in spring. Trust me. If you enjoyed this guide, I'd love your support for Soilsage Chronicles. If this winter shortcut gave you some new ideas, do me one favor. Subscribe to Soilsage Chronicles on YouTube and share this article with another gardener who needs better soil without all the extra work. Let's grow smarter, not harder. Together.